1013 El Majestic, 13 Rock and Roller, 2482 Z, number 29 Dode, number 30 Anthony, number 33 Zloega, number 603 Hauster, number 61 Nadi, 77 Hulkman, number 9 Bushin, and 97 Hache.
All right. And the coaches for Colombia are Gorgo Balboa, Meshan, and Cosmica.
It's getting ready to start. Just doing a little bit of track maintenance, making sure that there is nothing on the track that is going to impede our refs or skaters today.
The human Zamboni.
Still got quite an active crowd today. This is the last game on the M14 Track 2 for Friday.
If you want to get merchandise, you don't have to be here. You can get official merchandise from the Men's Roller Derby World Cup at MRDWC.com/merch.
Starting up now, we have El Majestic, first to jam for Colombia.
And that is number 32, Cole Terrell, jamming for the Philippines. Philippines taking that jammer line, occupy the jammer line, and Colombia going to back them right up against it.
El Majestic ready to go. A little bit of love there between the teams. This is going to be hopefully a very nice, friendly game.
Yeah. The Battle of the Pacific Rim, I guess maybe you could say?
You could. So,
making sure that everyone's in place, making sure that all the T's are crossed, that all the I's are dotted. We want to make sure everything's according to Hoyle to start this game.
Just waiting for our head ref to give the go-ahead that we can start this game. So this will be a full game, 2 30-minute halves. Normal game rules apply. The 30-minute games we had earlier in the day, there were no official reviews. However, that is now, this is now going to happen, so we will have official reviews, timeouts as normal.
Yeah, this is going to be derby just like you recognize, just like you're used to. Take a chance while we have this, not really stoppage in play, but not yet startage of play, to give a shout out to Roller Derby Elite. They continue to match luxury with technology. Whether you play in a competitive league or skate in the street with your friends, it's all about the experience. So get out there and skate. RollerDerbyElite.com. I had the privilege of announcing for both of these teams yesterday, and impressed with both of them.
Yep. We've seen some excellent skating over both days. So we're not even halfway through. This is like the last game today. We have 2 full days ahead of us, so we're going to see a lot more good derby.
Okay, here we go. We are underway. Jammers remain Terrell and El Majestic.
So El Majestic just hitting Terrell off the outside line there. El Majestic just fighting their way through that 4 wall of blue. Just trying to find a little bit of a gap, just using that agility. Bit of a scrum on the apex.
He doesn't have the jammer cover on. So he's either way out of play or he's not lead jammer.
Jammer cover is in the middle of the pack. I can see it on the floor.
Can he still get lead jammer? He's been
came
once around.
Off in natural gameplay.
And there's your answer. Oh, no.
Oh, so they are both, yeah.
That was a scoring pass.
Okay.
So lead jammer has gone to Philippines.
So a little bit of confusion there about whether he was still eligible to get lead.
I'm used to seeing that gesture from the jam ref.
So that was 2 scoring passes there from Colombia.
A grand slam and a small slam for a total of 9 points.
So even without that lead, they do get that points on the board. So it's 2 to 9s in that first jam. We have Nadi up on the jam line for Colombia.
And boy, he's bent over really low. As soon as he stands up or as soon as the scoreboard shows it, It's number 22 on the blue team. That is Danny Busuego. Here we go.
Nadi with that big hit to that 3-wall.
Lead jammer Busuego. Nadia now clear of the pack.
So Nadi is out, is chasing down. Very, very fast skating there from the Colombia jammer. Beautiful work, though, from the Philippines.
I wonder if we can get a VMix replay. I always love those apex lumps. And here we go.
So beautiful work there. Look at that air. Lands it perfectly and calls the jam.
We're doing a lot of fun things over here on the M14 track. We got a great production crew. They sent us that VMix replay just when we asked for it. Gotta love them.
So Azazal on the jam line for Colombia. First time he's gone up to jam in this game.
And I can't see the jammer. Oh, it's
Terrell.
22 again. Cole Terrell. Star pass.
Star pass from Colombia. That is to the pivot. The jam is called, though, before any points can be given to Colombia.
That was Zet picking up the star. 1 point for the Philippines, no points for Colombia. 7 playing 9.
So I know we've only had 3 minutes, but this is an extremely close game. I think this is going to be a game of hit and quit, just trying to keep that point differential down, just grabbing a couple of points, calling the jam.
Jam number 4 coming up, and still no denizens in the cheese balls bearing penalty box, so let me jinx that right away.
Absolutely, let's do it. Just get out of the way.
Sure, those NSOs need work too.
We have Zet on the jam line for Colombia, just taking that hit, just spins round, recovers, runs through the inside, and gets lead.
Direction of play called on Hulkman.
There you go. So that is the first time that Colombia have had lead. Beautiful apex jump there, sweeps through, but however, he is off for a cut track. Power jam situation now for Philippines.
And a full 2-minute jam because the one jammer's in the box and the other's not lead. Big pile up just past the jammer line. Low block, misconduct.
Oh, massive hit there. That was on Nadi.
We got a forearm coming in from turn number 1, so each team with a skater in the penalty box. Another skater that Colombia pivot reporting to the box. I didn't see the call.
Zet returning to track, hitting that wall. Meanwhile, Philippines picking up another 4-point pass. 5 of their own for Colombia.
Forearm penalty sending another Philippine blocker to the penalty box.
So that cheese ball bearings penalty box getting a little bit fuller over this last jam.
I'm not going to take credit for that.
I think you should totally take all the credit for it. Another beautiful little skip there from Zet, picking up 5 points.
Apexes are for jumping.
So this 2-minute jam is giving us quite a lot of points for both teams. Zet just hitting that inside line, trying to use one of his teammates as a buffer just to try and break through that pack.
Yeah, like a cue ball. Big jam for Colombia. They put up 18. Philippines answers with 13. Still a 7-point game. 20-27, or back to a 7-point game.
Philippines are running a very small jammer rotation. They are only skating with 11 this afternoon. Terrell and Busuego seem to be the 2 key jammers in their team. Whether that changes as tiredness, as fatigue kicks in, we'll see.
They also had a bit of a scare right before the game, and one of their skaters was attended to by the EMT. Fortunately, he was able to come back. We got a cut track penalty, and I guess another penalty. 2 Philippine blockers reporting to the box.
Yep, 2 Philippine blockers going to the cheese ball penalty box together.
Terrell picks up lead jammer Ache jamming for Colombia.
Yeah, first time that Hache has jammed today. Just having to recycle back behind San Agustin.
Well, he hits that 2-wall and just goes down like a ton of bricks.
Just trying to push through. Hit to the outside again, recycle right back. Philippine blockers doing an awesome job keeping that jammer at bay. Hatche has had both his knee pads, the hard pads of his knee pads have been hit off him. He's hopefully managed to get them back. I can actually see one just by the Columbia bench. Hopefully he will realize and put himself back together.
Number 08 called on a track cut. That's Victor Hyde.
So the Philippine blockers just looking, jammer looking at the box, just wondering, do I run the clock? Do I call it?
Yeah, good communication between the jammer, the pack, and his bench. He had them all in the same sight line, so they were all on the same page. Boy, roller derby as a sport has really progressed. Gotta hand it to this sport.
Yeah, awareness, just that communication is absolutely key with everybody that's in the pack.
Hey, we have a lead change. 39 for the Philippines on the back of that 19-point jam, nearly doubling their score. Colombia sitting at 27.
We have...
Oh, a new jammer. Blue 82 joining the jammer rotation. That's Randy Mejia.
Joined by Milu, who is also a new jammer for Colombia.
Oh, great.
So, fresh legs for both teams. This is what we like to see. Who has the advantage? Just in the lead, we have the Philippines picking up lead. Milu, meanwhile, fighting at the front of that pack. Quite a formidable four-wall there in blue. That is a pretty awesome sight.
Can we call that a quadrupod?
I think we can.
All right. Forearm penalty called on the blue jammer. So power jam for Colombia at a 2-minute jam. Our second 2-minute jam of the game. Is that right, Holly?
Yep.
Holly confirms it is.
It's the first power jam that Colombia have had, though. It was a power jam in the Philippines' favor last time.
Ah, there you go.
Milu looking for a little bit of help from his teammates. He's trying to catch a goat at the back of the pack so they can force that three-wall out of play at the front.
And they have, at least temporarily. Good bridging by the Philippines. Track cut being, multiplayer being sent in at the top for the Philippines.
So 5 points for Colombia.
That's number 138 on the multiplayer. That's Jordan Acosta. Four more points on the board.
So Milu working through, just takes a little spill, straight back up again, picks up 4 points.
Back block called on the Columbia pivot. Jammers taking turns picking up fours. This is going to be a great game. And 2 minutes ends the jam. 13 points picked up by Colombia. Philippines picks up 8, so it's a 7-point game, 47-40. Let me tell you a little bit something about Sucker Punch Skate Shop. They are the largest derby-owned and operated store in Europe. They operate online and actually have a physical store. They are heavily involved in the European derby community on a number of levels and are best known for reliable service, honest advice, and competitive prices. That's Sucker Punch Skate Shop.
Anthony is the new jammer for Colombia. The first time he's featured in this jammer rotation, has lost his jammer panty. Unfortunately, I don't think he realizes.
That's the second time that's happened to Colombia.
Philippines have had lead 5 times in this game so far, and Colombia once. We have a cut track.
Yeah, he skated out of bounds, skated back in. He could have got the skating out of bounds.
He's trying to skate back on track to retrieve that jammer panty. He was still on his way to the box, so he will sit as a jammer at the Cheese Ball Bearings penalty box. I think as he was going to the box, I'm not sure if retrieving that star is
kosher?
Something we can do on the way to the box, but we'll see how the refs assess that.
Right now, he's only serving 1 penalty. They didn't put the 2 fingers on the forearm, so.
We'll leave that to the stripy people.
There you go. Boy, it's fun being on the broadcast. Things you can't say on the house mic.
Philippines fighting hard through. Anthony returning to track, so that is 30 seconds, so 1 penalty.
Multiplayer called on number 1013. That is El Majestic. Official review.
Yeah, so I think the official review will be due to maybe
what we were talking about
seen,
before.
but we'll see. We'll find out what the official review comes to us with.
I'm not going to bet against Yasui.
Who knows?
Talking about cheese balls bearings, they are the most reliable, longest lasting bearing available at affordable prices. Check them out online or at your local skate shop. Or go to cheeseballs.com. That's cheeseballs with a Z. Getting some statistical analysis in from Holly.
So Philippines have had just 4 penalties and Colombia have had,
5 jammer
penalties. So 1 jammer penalty, 4 blocker penalties, and we have had just a few more from Colombia. Relatively low penalties so far. We are actually only 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes into this game. We have a significant lead stats for the Philippines. They have got lead every time, bar 1. And they have always scored. They have held Colombia to 0 in 4 jams. The highest scoring jam for the Philippines so far has been 19.
Lowest jam for the Philippines is 1, so although they have scored every jam, Colombia did hold them to 1 once.
So Colombia have had an 18-point jam. Relatively low scoring jam, so like we said before, hitting and quitting. I think both teams, even though this is not for any, to progress further into the tournament, it's for ranking, so they want to get...
Yeah, it still counts.
Yeah, they absolutely want to have fun and they want to win. There's quite a lot of discussion going on with the ref, so we will hopefully find out what is happening very shortly.
Well, while they're doing that, can I tell you about Quad Skate Shop? They are Europe's original brick and mortar skate shop. They have an outstanding selection with a delivery guarantee. You can check them out online at quadrollerskateshop.com.
And also just a massive thanks to everybody that has been involved in organising this amazing 4-day event here in Barcelona. The officials, the volunteers, the medics.
Crowd reacting as Colombia does a little dance. All right, we are just about to get the official review results. Okay. Am I supposed to say that, or is the... okay. So wasn't sure if there was going to be a mic on the infield. Philippines was requesting a track cut call on the Colombia jammer. After further discussion, the play stance is called. Oh, we are going to get it from the infield. Let's see if I relayed that accurately. Our ace producer, Holly, saying they won't hear that at home.
Blue team calls for an official review on a lack of insubordination call for the yellow jammer 3-0. The insubordination call will be issued now, and they retain their official review. Thank you.
So it was roughly what we were discussing. They were asking for an additional penalty to be assessed to the Colombia jammer. No additional penalty was assessed, so it was called properly the first time around. Colombia will start with its jammer in the penalty box.
So power jam situation to Colombia. Philippines, sorry.
And that's Terrell.
Tired. It's been a long day.
Long day. Direction of play penalty being sent in on the Colombia pivot. That's number 2482, Zet. The jam goes to the Philippines. Illegal position is the call on number 23 on Colombia. That is, no, it's not 23, it's 13, Rock and Roller.
So just one blocker to beat. Philippines picking up an easy 5 points as we have quite a significant penalty double for Colombia at the moment. We have Anthony bursting through the pack, who is on his initial pass, so will pick up no points in that jam.
Philippines extending their lead 61-40 with those 9 points. Oh, we got a V-Mix replay coming up. That block at the top of the pack. Love this video production crew. They are on top of things.
Milu on the jam line for Colombia.
And person bending over very low. Terrell, 22.
Milu just trying to find a little gap on the outside line. Beautiful work there from Milu. Picks up lead jammer for Colombia.
Only their second lead jammer status.
Colombian really needs to capitalize on this point. Oh,
he stood up.
so made that apex jump, fell to his knees, slid off the track, called the jam.
And 4 points. That's the first shutout. First time the Philippines have not scored. Big 4 points for Colombia, 61-44, roughly a 4-3 margin.
Nadi on the jam line for Colombia, and I believe that is a new jammer.
Yeah,
for
Bruce Payne is making his debut on the jammer line, at least in this game, for the Philippines.
Nadi with a little shoulder shimmy, trying to find a little gap on the outside, ducks through the inside, picks up lead jammer for Colombia.
Wow, two in a row now. A little streak of their own.
Really upping their game now, Colombia. Maybe they're just getting a little bit of a feel for the team that they were playing. Recycle back.
Nice job by the Philippines closing off that apex.
Massive split pack there. Took a while to reform.
Illegal position is the call. Who's leaving? Philippine blocker.
Yeah, and a Colombia blocker as well.
Two
Colombia blockers.
Wow.
So quite a lot of penalties. Yeah, the pack was stretched out pretty far. Nobody made any attempt to reform. Hence, that's why I think we have a few failure to reforms going to the box.
Yeah, I think Bushin's going to be in the queue because the penalty box is full and he got a multiplayer. Going to be a halftime show. This just in. Breaking news. We'll tell you more about that. Next stoppage of play. Sui, who is jamming?
So El Majestic on the jam line for Colombia.
And that's Terrell for the Philippines.
So Terrell again, so very, very high jam rotation for Terrell.
Another illegal position penalty sends a Philippines blocker to the penalty box. That cheese balls bearing penalty box is brimming. Bushin's going to have to report soon because there are blockers standing.
El Majestic just forced back by those two wall of blue, but does make his way through.
And we do have Bushin reporting to the penalty box on the penalty picked up last jam, just as this jam ends. Go ahead.
We definitely cursed that penalty box. That poor cheese ball bearings penalty box was having a lovely time, and now it's as busy as anything.
Hey, I've been the NSO in the penalty box. It's better to have a lot of work than to have none.
We're certainly making them think in this last game of today.
They didn't come here not to work, right?
So Anthony on the jam line for Colombia.
That's probably number 22, Danny Busuego. Oh, we got an official timeout. They heard the whistles for the official timeout and immediately started skating. They are hair triggers. So the Bruce skate news, if your skates just don't fit quite right, well, don't let foot and heel slippage mess with your game. Check out bruisedskatestraps.com. The bruised skate strap wraps around your boot and plate to keep your feet in place so you can improve your agility. Be better with bruised skate straps. And Sue, you want to tell us about the halftime show, or do you want me to do it?
Well, we've just been given a lovely piece of paper by our beautiful head announcer. So,
try reading?
Do you want to read it?
I'll do it. Here we go. I gotta take my glasses off.
So I haven't got mine, that's why I can't read it.
Breakdancing. How about this? Oh. And it's great for this game. Immerse yourself in the passionate Polynesian culture under the warm dance of Club Dance Pacifica. They can be found on the internet at http:// Pacifica. That's DancePacifica.com. You can reach them also by email at the same dancepacifica@gmail.com.
Well, this is exciting.
Yep. We can do, sure, another round of stats. Things have certainly changed since the last time we did it. We have a EMT taking a look at one of the Philippine skaters. I think that might be contributing to the official timeout.
We have just some stats on the penalties. The penalties have not changed at all for Philippines. They have not had any penalties in the last few jams. However, Colombia in a little bit of penalty trouble at the moment. We have quite a few of their skaters on 1 and 2. We have a couple of skaters that are still clean. We have two, number 30, Anthony, has been to the box twice as a jammer.
Once as a blocker and twice as a jammer. He's sitting on 3. He's the leading fouler of the game.
And we still have just 5 penalties for the Philippines, which is pretty good going so far.
Leading fouler for the Philippines is Jordan Acosta with 2 trips to the penalty box, both as a blocker. So we haven't been advised that there is going to be somewhat of a prolonged stoppage of gameplay because the emergency medical technicians, who are much loved in the sport, are engaged right now attending to that Philippines blocker. I don't know which Philippines blocker it is. Oh, look, some stats on the screen.
Oh, amazing.
Can you make sense of that, Sui? It just looks like cute pictures to me.
It's like ups and downs and blocks.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Isn't it good job Holly's here?
We need to say what Holly just said.
So we have a lovely spreadsheet here with points on. So it's points up is the points differential of the Philippines, and down for Colombia.
Gotcha. So, yeah.
There you go.
And the stars that you see on the top and the stars that you see on the bottom indicate what jam they got lead in. So you see, for instance, in that jam right there in the middle, where an 18 and a 13 were scored, there's an X because there's no lead jam.
So that was a 2-minute jam.
Yes. The other 2-minute jam came right after that. Number 161 is the Philippine skater that's being attended to right now. That is Michael Sinchoco. Okay. So EMTs are checking him out. We're going to make sure that everything is good and ready to play.
So just a little bit of discussion. We have the lovely NSOs doing an absolutely fantastic job here, as are our officials. We have a massive crew of volunteers making this event work extremely smoothly.
They've been treating us really well. Big props to the leagues that are organizing the Men's Roller Derby World Cup here, having a fabulous time in Barcelona.
And it is an absolutely beautiful venue. I think it was one of the venues that was used for the Olympic Games. We have 2 tracks that are separate from each other, so we don't have that whistle sort of action like between the 2 tracks. We are surrounded by a lovely balcony as well, so we can get a really good view of the tracks. And also we have these wonderful bleacher seating. The crowd are still here, still cheering, still happy, enjoying some really good roller derby.
If you want to get in on the social media, use the hashtag MRDW, Men's Roller Derby World Cup, MRDWC 18.
MRDWC.
Oh, did I list the letter? I left out the W, didn't I? MRDWC 18. Oh, man. 3rd time's a charm, right, Bobby? MRDWC 2018 with a hashtag in the front of it.
There you go. So we have halftime on track 1. We have Denmark 145 and Poland 36.
All right, so we seem to be aligning back up again. We're about ready to start play. Score stand is 70-46. If you're just tuning in, this is the 2018 Men's Roller Derby World Cup in Barcelona. You are watching the Philippines versus Colombia. Colombia leading 70-46. Who's jamming?
So we have Anthony jamming for Colombia. Philippines have picked up lead. That is number 22. That is Danny Bushwego. Danny being an extremely effective jammer for the Philippines, featuring on pretty much 2 in 3 jams.
4 on penalty, sends a block to the penalty box.
Anthony just takes a hit to the outside, picks up a cut track. Power jam situation for Philippines.
Philippines losing another blocker on turn number 2. I didn't see the call.
Very slow pack, that 4 wall of Colombia, who they do have a pack advantage at the moment. Philippines picking up another 5 points. Beautiful work on the outside there, just tapping the jammer off the track, recycling back to turn 1. Anthony fighting at the front, pushing through that 3 wall.
Big 4 wall at the top of the pack. Both teams focusing almost exclusively on defense. Colombia lending 1 blocker to keep everybody in play.
We have a star pass for Colombia. The pivot has the jammer panty in their hand, pushing that 2 wall at the front.
Philippines loses a blocker on the out-of-play penalty.
That was
multiplayer penalty.
Azazal. We do have the jam called. 13 points to Philippines in that jam.
So it had been really close at one point, and it probably will be again, but the Philippines are starting to extend a lead.
So Philippines are skating short. They only have 11 skaters compared to Colombia's 15.
Wow, good stat coming in from Harley. You want to say it, Sui?
Yeah, so number 32, Terrell for Philippines, has had lead every time he's jammed.
Jinx it right away.
There you go, jinxed it. There you go.
And Zet picks up lead jam for Colombia.
Announcer's curse.
Still, great stat tracking by Holly.
Absolutely, definitely.
Got a penalty coming in. It's an illegal position on the Philippine pivot.
Very fast pack here.
Philippines.
Beautiful work then from Zet. Just forces his way through the pack, picks up 4 points, calls the jam.
Each team actually picking up 4 points. Philippines snuck in and...
Colombia have 8, so they had two passes of 4. Milu back on track, jamming for Colombia.
And number 33 on the Philippines is Richard San Agustin.
Looks like they are introducing this 3rd jammer in the rotation.
Colombia has... Philippines has 1 fewer blocker on the track. Pack advantage.
We have a jammer run back. Milu is not having any of it, waiting and just being patient for the Philippines jammer to come back round. So they both hit the pack. Lead is still open.
Nice idea by San Agustin to just use the other guy as the wrecking ball.
Absolutely, definitely.
Just ball slip in behind him, kind of draft off of him, let him punch a hole and you go through.
Milu hits that 2 wall. They have to let him go, and he picks up lead jammer.
Got a low block coming in on one of the Colombia blockers. That's number 019, Azazel.
Milu using their footwork, just gets hit to the inside, calls the jam from the floor.
Nice work by the referee as well. The crowd's reacting to the athleticism by the ref. Trips over the Colombia jammer.
Yeah, you sometimes getting a
look at the
skater
panache on the VMix replay.
Yeah, can we have a ref replay?
We did. We had VMix showed it to us. It was awesome. All right, ref takeout for if you have that on your Derby bingo card, you can check off the ref takeout box.
So El Majestic on the jam line for Colombia.
And that looks like number 32, Cole Terrell, who up until last jam had been lead jammer every time.
Yeah, both jammers hit to the inside, duking and ducking round. Who's going to get that advantage?
And it is the Philippines.
Jam is called a double donut.
Yeah, not. Odd. 0-0.
0-0. Milu up for another jam for Colombia.
And that's number 82 on the line for the Philippines, Randy Mejia. It's only Mejia's second jam of the game.
They are switching this jam rotation up a little bit. We did have the two jammers featuring very heavily in the first 20 minutes. Decided to switch things up a little bit. Milu just trying to find a little bit of room. Takes a little spill. Recycle back. Trying to find some give in that wall of three. Beautiful bracing there from the Philippines pivot.
Yeah, the Colombia blocked the Philippines jammer out, and then a Philippines jammer blocked the blocker out, and so you got two skaters in retrograde.
We have a lead. That took 40 seconds for lead to be given there to Colombia.
Penalty coming in from turn number 2. I didn't see the call, but that's number 2018, Radley Vasquez, reporting to the cheese balls bearing penalty box.
Colombia picking up 5 points on that pass.
Looked like a little bit of everybody fell down on the backstretch. Track cut penalty picked up by the Philippine jammer. So a
power jam situation.
Colombia also losing their pivot. He might have had the track cut. No, it's the jammer on the track cut. Didn't see the call on the pivot.
So this could give Colombia the advantage that they need to decrease this point differential. If they can get some points on the board.
And they are.
So this could be a significant jam. We have, just waiting for the scoreboard to update, 15 points there for Colombia.
Is that Colombia's biggest jam of the game, Holly? Holly confirms that is the biggest jam of the game for Colombia. Oh, second biggest jam of the game.
Yeah, they had 18 points in the fourth jam, but they haven't scored that significantly for a fair while. So we have just been told by the lovely Holly that the Philippines have not scored in the last 3 jams. So Colombia are...
Yeah, back to a 20-point game. 24-82 is Zet. And Philippine jammer starting in the, the Philippine jammer starting in the penalty box, and the cheese balls bearings penalty box.
So Colombia need to take advantage of this power jam while that cheese ball bearings is being. We have the jammer in the box. However, lead is open. We have both jammers now back on track.
Multiple tumbles in turn number 1.
Zet takes a hit to the inside. We have lead jammer though for Zet, just managed to sneak through. Did take nearly a minute for that lead to be given, just called off the jam. It was quite a hard jam for both teams, and I think it's just get lead, call the jam, start afresh.
Good old-fashioned derby. 2 points picked up there by Colombia makes it only a 16-point game. Philippines has been held scoreless now 4 jams in a row. They are definitely closing the gap. Milu out on the jammer line now for Colombia. And go ahead.
And look who it is for Philippines.
It is Danny Busuego. Milu picking up lead jam.
Yeah, beautiful footwork right on the outside line. Picks up lead, is chased down by Busuego.
Yeah, he's trying to exhort his comrades to take the top so that he can pass the blue jerseys first.
So very, very fast pack. Decides just to call off that jam. We have another 0-0 jam. So 5 jams in a row. We have no score for the Philippines. We have a 4, I was going to say 4, but that's not right. 16-point game.
So about 4 minutes left to play in the first half.
See, I knew there was a 4 somewhere.
There's your 4. Terrell on the line going up against El Majestic. Cheese balls bearing penalty box from my vantage point is empty. Second jam in a row for Terrell. He is forced to the infield by Kaliman.
Amazing footwork there from the Colombia jammer. Absolutely beautiful. 4th lead in a row for Colombia. Tries that apex hit, but is denied. recycles back, just taps his hips as he's trying to sneak through the wall backwards.
Yeah, well, what's his hips get past the other hips? That's a point. Apparently they didn't, but if his hips had gone past those, check it out on the VMix replay up here. Let's see if they're gonna, oh, that's the move, that's the nifty move around the blocker to get lead. 87-71 remains the score. Sue?
Zet is on the jam line for Colombia.
And that's 22, but Danny Busuego on the line for the Philippines.
Zet, just takes a big hit, falls to the outside, straight back up again. I think he kind of defied gravity a little bit there.
Yeah,
we have
forearm penalty on the Philippine jammer, so it's a power jam for Colombia.
So Colombia really needing to capitalize on this power jam. They need to get lead quickly and get some points. A little bit of passive offense. Looking for a little bit of help from the team. Picks up lead jammer. That cheese ball bearings penalty box is going to be jammerless quite soon, though, because we are counting down these seconds.
Philippines lost a blocker to the box. I didn't see who it was or why.
Colombia picking up 5 points. We have both jammers now back on track.
Oh,
what? That was like a straight apex
Yeah,
jump.
it was jumping over people.
Yeah, that was...
I hate to tax our video guys, but I would love to see the VMix on that.
So if we can get a replay of that straight jump, that would be absolutely amazing.
Here it is.
Here we go.
Wait for it. No, it's coming. They're saying skate on. Should I skate on? Okay, I'll just jump everybody.
Just missed it.
Well, we got to start up the action, but great job by our video crew here. They are aces. Only 7 points separate these two teams. 87-80 going into jam number 21 of the first period.
Milu on the jam line, sneaks round that outside, just picks up lead.
Wow, 10 leads each for both, each team with 10 lead jams.
So totally even. Milu takes a spill to the inside.
And we were pointing out the last break we had how the leads were being dominated by the Philippines.
Yeah.
Colombia roaring right back.
So Colombia have absolutely upped the ante in this final few minutes of this first half. They have picked up lead every time. We have 0 points.
It's a
in the last
game.
7 jams for the Philippines. So Colombia really, really fighting hard. This
game.
is an exciting game.
87.
I really hope you're watching at home. If you are watching at home, please tell us. Hashtag MRDWC2018 on Twitter. Colombia have El Majestic on the jam line, pushing through that 3-wall embrace, just finding a little bit of help from his teammate. Sneaks round, sneaks through, just denied on the inside line.
Mejia jamming for the Philippines and has lead jammer. So that will stop the Colombia lead jam streak.
El Majestic hit to the outside, recycled back. Offense going in from Zet. El Majestic with the star in their hand, just pushing through that 2-wall. They will have to let him go. Multiplayer block assessed.
Yeah, that's number 138 on the blue team, Jordan Acosta. Nice job forcing the Philippine jammer to the infield. Oh, and El Majestic able to enter the pack before the call-off and picks up 2 points.
So 2 points each.
Remains a 3-point game.
This is halftime. This is an extremely exciting game.
Oh my goodness, 89-86. And halftime.
So 3 points in it. We will be back with you very, very shortly for this extremely intense second half.
Yeah, listen to these words from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back. We are just about ready to go in this second half. I hope you enjoyed the amazing show, the halftime show from Club Dance Pacifica. There was amazing dancing, which is very nice to have a little bit of entertainment before we start this second half.
Yeah, you can see the fans in the bleachers doing some dancing themselves. If you want to reach out to Club Dance Pacifica, you can find them at dancepacifica.com. Pacifica has a little bit of an unusual spelling. It's Pasifika. Dancepacifica.com. What can you, Sui, what are your thoughts about the first half so far?
Oh my word, those are my thoughts for the first half. We have a 3-point game against this game between Philippines and Colombia. Philippines coming out really, really strong in the first half. They got lead pretty much every time, pretty much shutting down Colombia. However, something changed in like jam 11-12, and we saw a switch round, so the Colombia getting lead pretty much in 7 out of 10 of the last jams. We had 0 points in about 7 jams for the Philippines. Few jams were 0 points, so we have had like a significant shutdown in this Philippines score.
Yeah, the first half kind of a tale of 2 quarters.
Yeah, definitely. Something switched on in Colombia's minds.
And in jam number 22, each team picked up 2 points the last jam of the first half. Kind of a microcosm of the whole first half. Very evenly matched. Yeah,
Philippines started with an extremely small jam rotation of just 2 jammers. They decided to switch that up as the half went. They have featured 5 jammers.
That's half their team.
So yeah, it absolutely is half the team. We have had 7 jammers for Colombia,
also half
which is
the team.
also half the team.
How about that?
We will see how this matches up with these jammers in the beginning of this second half. We are just about to commence. Zet is on the jam line for Colombia.
Philippines sending up Terrell.
So Terrell with that stance, just bent right over, just waiting to make that hit to the wall. 5 seconds have been called, and we are go.
Each team with 1 skater in the penalty box, in the Cheese Balls Bearings penalty box. Wow.
So 2 formidable through walls there, both jammers finding no light there. We have Zet, however, picks up lead jammer very fast. Obviously had some kind of energy thing going on at halftime. Met now by the pivot. Jam is called. Looking to see how many points they pick up. 2 points each.
Just the way the last half ended. The first half begins. Deuce against deuce.
So still a 3-point game.
91-88. If you're just tuning in, this is the 2018 Men's Roller Derby World Cup. You're watching the second half of the Philippines versus Colombia. I'm Bobby Narco. I'm joined by Sui Sider, and our producer is Holly.
We have Milu on the jam line. Very high rotation jammer in the first half. Let's see if he features quite so heavily in the second half.
And Danny Busuego on the line and picking up lead jammer for the Philippines. He was one of their go-to guys in the first half.
Milu trying to find a little bit of daylight in between that 3 wall, just takes a little spill. We have a multiplayer block being assessed to one of the Philippines blockers.
Acosta.
Both jammers out.
Acosta's having some penalty trouble. That's his 5th trip to the box.
Yeah.
Boy, it's great having Holly here. She is on top of things.
Holly, the stats guru.
She makes us sound like we know what we're talking about.
She's just telling us everything. She's just doing the painting.
All we got to do is paint by numbers. There you go. Azazel heading out to the line for the Philippines, and that looks like Randy Mejia on the line. Mejia on the line for the Philippines, and Azazel for Colombia.
So Mejia did jam a couple of times in the first half, so 4th time jamming for him. So has got lead twice out of 3, however, we do have lead jam for Colombia this time. Both jammers are out and eligible to score. Colombia just hitting the back of the pack. Calls off the jam. Not sure if they snuck a point there.
1 point.
They did 1 point, so 2 points.
And now it's a 7-point game, 96-89 in favor of the Philippines. The cheese balls bearing penalty box is empty.
There you go. Let's see what happens. Zet on the jam line for Colombia.
And that's Terrell on the line for the Philippines. Got to remember, Philippines are only skating with 11 skaters.
Very short. I think they actually only brought 11 skaters with them, so they will have been playing every game they've played short, which is, considering the physicality and the games that they have played so far, that's pretty good going, really.
Philippines losing a blocker, that's Radley Vasquez. I didn't see the call. It was a back block, thank you. We got a forearm penalty called on the Philippines pivot. That is number 1939, Bruce Payne.
Lead jam goes to Colombia. Zet getting that formidable, he's featured very heavily in this lead jam, just stumbles through the inside, does pick up 5 points.
Here we go, back to now down to a skate lace thin 2-point lead.
Sneaking through that pack, just amazing work there, picks up another 5 points. We do have a lead change.
Lead change, and Colombia 1 point away from the century mark. They've just passed it. 4-point pass makes it 103.
Calls off the jam. We will get a score update. We will have hitting that century. There we go. 1-0-3 to Colombia, 96 to the Philippines. Still 7 points in this game.
Yeah, a 7-point lead one way, then a 7-point lead the other way. Look at the lead jams, 3 out of 4 going to Colombia.
Colombia getting lead 3 out of 4 times. Philippines have not scored in these last 2 jams. Milu is jamming again for Colombia, just takes a little hit to the inside, hits that 3 wall. Philippines have got lead.
Yeah, that's Busuego picking up lead for the Philippines. He's had lead both times this half, and it's been jamming against Milu both times this half.
Talking of Milu, he is on his way to the box for a forearms and a misconduct penalty. So that is 2 penalties. So we will see how this plays out. We will have 1 minute in the box for Milu.
So kind of a superpower jam, if you will.
Yeah, lead jam, super jam. Will we see another lead change?
Holly points out, yeah, you will. You'll see the points on the board once he completes the pass. But for the blockers that have already been passed, the lead will change. And it has. Look at that. Holly's psychic. 106 to 103. A distant relative of Nostradamus, I'm told.
Oh, beautiful offense there. Back block will be called. However, the Philippines jammer was able to get through.
Yeah, that's Bruce Payne on his way to the bat cave. I mean, the cheese balls bearings penalty box.
So second penalty for him. Zet is in the penalty box. He is standing in the cheese ball bearings penalty box.
And Terrell is standing behind the jammer line. 1 blocker in the penalty box, so the even number of skaters, but jammer advantage to the Philippines. Blocker advantage to Colombia.
Oh, massive hit then. That was Killerman on the inside line. Beautiful work. Milu is back on track, fighting his way through, just trying to get past that 2 wall at the back. And he does, and gets lead jammer for Colombia.
So the team swapping lead jammers now. Just the leads are as close as the game.
Yeah, this is not, you cannot call this game.
Didn't see the penalty, but number 019 for Colombia is leaving. That's a Zazel.
Milu.
Forearm penalty being called now on one of the Philippines blockers.
Milu just shrugging off those hits there from the Philippines blockers. We have a low block being assessed to Milu.
Yeah, skate on skate contact coming around turn number 4 there. Bruce Payne forced to the outside as the pivot. He's going to have to re-engage at the back of the pack. Star in hand is Terrell completing his initial. Yes, that just completes the initial. 8-point lead for the Philippines. This will be a 2-minute jam as Milu had lead before he went to the penalty box.
So full 2-minute jam. This could be significant. Milu is now back on track, meets that 4 wall at the back. Now it is a 3 wall. We are playing an offense at the front. Takes a hit to the outside.
Nice wrecking ball work at the top of the pack by Joe Cruz.
Yeah, really, really good work there at the front from the Colombia blockers. Milu takes a tumble to the inside.
Philippines picks up 4 more. Oh, we got a low block coming in at the very end. So it'll, and it's up on the jammer, so it's going to be a power jam. Which jammer is reporting? That is Milu.
So second low block in succession for Milu. We have an official review being called by Colombia. We will find out what this official review entails.
Stick around after the game for the, quote, the official review, unquote. Not the official review that's taking place on the track right now, but that's our clever name for the after-game show. It's the official review. We're going to send you over to Brahm, Tronchatoro, and Snuggins after this game is over. They're going to tell you all, everything about what happened today.
So all the facts, all the highlights, and everything you need to know so you can set up your day for tomorrow. You know exactly who's going to be playing who, what times all the games are on. So stick around for that after this game. Penalties are very even. We have 21 and 22. So we had a very small, like the first half was, the Philippines were very, very clean, but I think as time's gone on, because they're skating short, they're getting a little bit tireder, they are running into a little bit more penalty trouble than they were. They are picking up more jammer penalties. They were very, very disciplined with their jammers in the first half, but I think, as I said, with fatigue and obviously the track time that these skaters are having, they are picking up a little bit more penalty trouble. So we're just waiting to see how this official review plays out. If we have the jammer for Colombia staying in the box, that is his 5th penalty of the game, 4 as a jammer. That could be quite significant. I think he is tiring a little bit. He has been to the box 3 times just in the last few minutes, so we will need to err a little bit of caution, maybe change that switch up a little bit just to keep these jammers on the track, to keep this game so close.
We are 2/3 of the way done through the game. 20 minutes left here in the second half. Tell you a little bit something about Roller Derby Elite. They continue to match luxury with technology. Whether you play in a competitive league or skate in the streets with your friends, it's all about the experience. So get out there and skate. RollerDerbyElite.com.
Quite a long official review. There seems to be quite a fair amount of discussion going on between the refs.
Look, there we are.
Hello.
Lovely shot of all the people who are volunteering here, all the NSOs keeping track of our stats and operating the scoreboard. Glad to be here at the 2018 Roller Derby World Cup.
We'll just wave. Hello.
We're dazzled by our own appearance on the camera. Those are our house announcers. That's Melodrama.
And the lovely Dog Mistress.
There you go. They are bringing the house call to the people here. We're about to find out what the gist of this official review is.
Okay, so we have the result of the official review. The Columbia were looking for the low block on their jammer to be rescinded. However, that call will stand. We will have the Columbia jammer staying in the box for this penalty. So the stats that we gave you earlier about it being his 5th penalty, the 4th is a jammer, was correct.
Yeah, he was going to be in the penalty box anyway because that low block came before this penalty that he's in on. So it was going to start as a power jam, but I think it's about minimizing the penalty count. They want to keep him in the game.
Definitely.
He's 2 penalties away from fouling out, so they wanted to lower that. And you know, that skate-on-skate contact that we saw over here in turn number 4, it was good official review. Good try.
He is featuring very heavily in this jammer rotation. To have him in the box this much is going to damage Columbia.
And to lose him from the game is going to damage him even more. Number 22 on the line now is Busuego.
Big hits from both teams.
Not lead, no pass, no penalty. So lead is open for Milu.
Busuego is eligible to score, however, before that Columbia jammer comes out of the cheese ball bearings penalty box. Stretched out pack, just trying to bridge out.
Brought down, forearm penalty called. Oh, forearm penalty called on Columbia. Star pass.
We have a star pass. That is to Zet. So Zet was jamming quite significantly in the first half, is now being put on as a pivot, which is why not? He can take that star pass easily. Yep, 2-minute jam, very, very fast pack, just racing through. Busuego jumps round, takes a hit out of play call to Nadi.
So I believe this is our second 2-minute jam of the half. We got a multiplayer block coming in from the outside.
Yeah, both teams are getting quite a lot of penalties in this jam alone.
That was Bruce Payne on the multiplayer to the cheese balls bearings penalty box.
Both jammers are scoring points. Still an extremely close game. Columbia picking up 4 points on that pass. 3 on 3 in the pack. Busuego just duking around that wall, but is recycled by the 2 yellow players at the front. Recycled right back by Hulkman.
Yeah, somebody get a spatula because San Agustin is making pancakes out there. We got a track cut penalty called on the Columbia jammer. That's Zet to the penalty box.
So
how many jams in a row has Columbia sent a jammer to the box? 3 jams in a row, 5 jammer penalties overall. Thank you, Holly.
So Zet, of course, was the pivot, took the star in a star pass, is now sat in the box as a jammer, so will come out as the active jammer when that 30 seconds has completed.
On the line now is number 32, Terrell, for the Philippines.
Big hit, pushing through that outside line. Lead has been assessed to the Philippines. The Columbia pivot joining his jammer in the box.
That's Caliman.
Beautiful offense then from Philippines, right on the outside line of that turn.
The preceding 3.
So they're pretty much matching 3-1.
Like to send some love to Cheese Balls Bearings. They are sponsoring our penalty box. They are the most reliable, longest lasting bearing, and they're available at affordable prices. Check them out online or at your local skate shop, cheeseballs.com.
Bruce Payne is ready to jam for the Philippines. This is only the second time he has jammed in this game.
Once in the first half, and if he remains out there on the jammer line, it'll be once in the second half. no reason to believe that he won't.
El Majestic looking to be the jammer for Colombia. Don't think he's jammed for a while. Yeah, thank you very much, Holly. First time he's jammed in this second half. So 2 fresh jammers. See how this plays out.
Yeah, a nice long timeout and 2 fresh jammers. Battery should be fully recharged, right?
So both big hit. Then we have
Multiplayer block being sent in. That's number 138, Jordan Acosta. Appears to be his 6th penalty. We got another penalty coming off another Philippine blocker. That's number 33, San Agustin.
We have lead jam for Colombia. El Majestic proving that fresh jammer legs is exactly what they needed. Gets right through, picks up a beautiful 5-point pass.
How did he do that? It was the Matrix.
Like magic and science and physics.
He did it again.
Amazing. So gets through, calls off the jam. Exactly what Colombia need right at that point in the game.
Back down to a 20-point lead, 146 to 126 in favor of the Philippines. About 3/4 of the way through the game.
This is still anybody's game.
I'm so psyched to be announcing this game.
This is the best.
I got a great fellow announcer, I got a great producer, and I got a great roller derby bout right in front of me.
Zet next to jam for Colombia.
Going up against number 32, Terrell.
Big hit there on the Colombia jammer.
Philippines picks up the lead.
Chased down though, right hot on his tail. Little bit of jammer on jammer action there. Zet just trying to get through. So forced call.
0-0.
We have a double donut.
Nihil ex nihil.
Otherwise
feet.
known as a potato jam.
A potato jam, okay. So now we are just under 3/4 of the way, just over 3/4 of the way through. Just under 15 minutes left to play in the game. Out there on the line for the Philippines, number 019, Azazel, only his 2nd jam this half. Number 22 on the line, that's Danny Busuego. But Azazel picks up lead, that's his 2nd lead of the half.
Picks up lead very, very quickly.
A very subtly signaled direction of play penalty.
Massive hit there. Calls the jam from his knees. Nearly takes one of the OPLs with him. That will be another. They're looking for a point. We have 1 point for Colombia.
That was Radley Vasquez that went to the penalty box for the Philippines right before the jam
2
was
points
called.
for Colombia. So 18 points in it.
Sure, 1 for the skater he passed and 1 for Radley Vasquez in the cheese balls bearing penalty box. Makes it 2 points.
Zet jamming for Colombia. A little bit of a jammer hit out there, but they both did stay in bounds.
Terrell finds the inside line and with a little hop, skip, and a jump gets lead jammer over the 2nd apex.
Zet stuck at the back of the pack. We have a high block going to the Philippines pivot. That is San Agustin.
Four whistles ends the jam. 3 points picked up by the Philippines. 149 to 128, a 21-point game with 13 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. We got a V mix replay coming up, showing us that hop, skip, and a jump.
So, Bobby, this is an extremely close game still. The last few jams have been very hit and quit. Just get a few points, call off the jam. Very low scoring in these last few jams. Philippines have just scored 3 in the last 4 jams. 11 to Colombia.
Philippines has also just called a timeout. So we have timeout to the Philippines. That is their first timeout of the half. First timeout of the game. Colombia has 2 timeouts left. Philippines has 2 timeouts left. Philippines still has their official review. Colombia does not.
So just a little shout out to Quad Skate Shop, Europe's original brick and mortar skate shop. Outstanding selection with a delivery guarantee. You can also check them out online on quadrollerskateshop.com.
We are very thankful for all the sponsors here at the 2018 Men's Roller Derby World Cup. And if you want to get on that social media, let me see if I can do it right this time. It's hashtag MRDWC 2018.
So we have equal penalties for both teams. Both teams, I've just been told by Holly, are on 28 penalties.
Wow.
We would love to hear from you on Twitter. Please send us your love and your messages. Hashtag MRDWC 2018.
If you like what you hear, I'm Bobby Narco. If you don't, I'm Vince Hannity. All right. Did you get the jammers already?
No, I was too busy.
We got Busuego and Calaman jamming, and Calaman picks up the lead jam status for Colombia.
So Calaman is the first jam of this half, I believe. And he is on a power jam.
Yeah, low block issued to the Philippines jammer.
Yeah. Oh. So this is the first jam that we have had for the Colombia jammer, and putting up a pretty good performance. He is on a power jam. Beautiful work. Picks up.
Joe Cruz to the penalty box on a back block.
So picks up 5 more points. Trying to speed up the pack for damage limitation.
Just
sneaks round. Oh, just gets hit out, but is counter-blocked out as well. So forced back. Do have both jammers back on track.
He's got one more pass through to score.
Just score and calls off that jam.
Don't count Colombia out just when you thought they were running over. The Philippines was running away with it.
6 points.
Total of 15 makes it 149 to 143.
You're getting squeaky.
Yeah, sorry.
We have Zet on the jam line for Colombia.
And number 32 is Cole Terrell. Terrell been a stallion for this Philippines team.
Both these jammers have met each other quite a few times already in this game. I think they're pretty much even with getting lead. Just as we say that, Philippines... Oh, I was just going to say, Philippines, I thought he'd cut on the outside. He has cut. Power jam again for Colombia. This could be an extremely important game, jam. If they can get that jammer out, get lead, get some points.
Big scrum in turn number 1.
We have a shout out and a hello to the lovely Bereft. He says on Twitter, hey, what a game. And I agree, what a game.
Yeah, well said, Bereft.
Colombia jammer recycled back, just trying to find that little gap on the inside. The crowd is going absolutely wild here. Oh. Another cut track to Philippines.
Yeah, that's Terrell.
And a low block also to one of the blockers.
That's Salvador.
We will be seeing a lead change. Colombia absolutely on fire in this jam. Colombia just sneaking around, just try to do a little turnaround on that.
He's fighting his way to the penalty box. He picked up a forearm.
On his way to the box, we will have a jammer switch out. 2 penalties being signaled by the jam ref.
Yeah, that misconduct was for fighting his way to the penalty box.
Yeah, did not get to the penalty box in the best way he could.
Philippines signaling to their bench, hey, let's throw an official review on that.
Yeah, we have just 6 seconds left of this jam. Philippines are eligible to score, but is being recycled back. Oh, Colombia pivot taking a massive fall there.
And Bouchin to the box on a forearm. Wow.
4 points for Philippines.
I can't wait to see the score update.
See what we have.
Sitting on 6 penalties now is number 00946.
That is Milu. Look at that. We have a
official timeout right now.
I'm doing math. Oh, 8. 8 points.
Yes.
1-5-3 plays 1-4-5. Just under 9 minutes left. We have Philippines having a little huddle in the middle of the track, just composing themselves, just discussing what they can do to get this win. We are next to the Colombia bench. They're looking quite cool and calm, all sat down, very quiet.
Of course, Philippines looking very composed out there on the track as well. Let's see. Europe's original brick-and-mortar skate shop is Quad Skate Shop. They have an outstanding selection and a delivery guarantee. Check them out online at quadrollerskateshop.com.
So, of course, we are only on day 2 of this roller derby, men's roller derby World Cup here in Barcelona. 2 more full days of absolutely incredible roller derby. I absolutely cannot wait for tomorrow. It is the end of day 2. It's been an extremely long day, but an extremely incredible day. We've seen some absolutely awesome games on both tracks, both the roller derby city track on track 1 and also the M14 track here on track 2.
All right, the referees are approaching the penalty box. So I think they're either rescinding the second penalty or they're adding a second penalty to somebody else that's in the box.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the signals the ref was giving there.
But they were definitely, the referees were communicating with the non-skating officials in the penalty box.
We will find out what is happening. It looks like somebody is being substituted to the box, maybe. Just wait and find out so we can give you the correct information.
Barcelona, a beautiful city. It's my first time here, but I'm having an absolute blast.
It is absolutely incredible.
We're up here on the top of Montjuic, which is where the Olympics were in 1992. The Olympic Stadium is right next to the venue. Barcelona. I echoed Holly. You can't hear Holly, but I can. She's got a lovely voice. Here we go.
We have the word.
Basically, the insubordination on yellow jammer will be overturned. They'll only be serving 1 penalty. Thank you.
I didn't hear it either. But fortunately, our alternate ref is going to come and explain it to us.
Okay, so we have just been told that the Colombia jammer was given an insubordination. That has been rescinded. So that penalty has been removed. So he is able to get back on track, which he has just done.
Mejia already picking up lead jam for the Philippines.
Zet forcing his way through is not lead, but is through and now eligible to score himself.
Forearm called on the Colombia pivot. That's El Majestic reporting the penalty box on the forearm. The jam's called. Philippines
calling that jam quickly, just picking up 4 points, but 4 well-needed points.
It was Holly points out it was El Majestic's turn to report to the jammer line, but can no longer do so. So Azazel going to assume the duties. Number 22 on the line is Busuego.
We have a micro pack for Colombia, just 1 blocker as we have a little bit of penalty trouble in that cheese ball bearings penalty box. Takes his own. So blockers now returning back from track. Philippines in contention here with this positive lead.
Forearm penalty is number 138, Jordan Acosta, his 6th penalty. We have an illegal contact penalty on the Philippine jammer.
Sorry, it's his 7th penalty, so that will be a foul out for that player. So picking up the 7th penalty there. Colombia, meanwhile, just trying to force their way through that Philippines wall at the front. Offense going in. He is just recycling back just to ensure that no cut is given. We have a star pass, however, the jammer panty has been dropped and it is picked back up by the pivot. Sneaks round and through.
Like a whirling dervish.
Beautiful, beautiful work there from El Majestic. He is pretty majestic.
Indeed.
Just sweeps round the outside, ducks into round the inside, picking up 4 points. Incredible play there from El Majestic.
Both teams now picking up 4. So 13-4 so far, getting more.
El Majestic with another duck under with another 4-point pass.
That Cheese Balls Bearings penalty box is empty right now. There might be a helmet on one of the seats. Because there's only 3 yellow blockers
El Majestic
on the track.
has lost the jammer cover and the pivot cover, both in play there.
Oh, that 19-point pickup is the highest jam of the game.
Equal jam.
Highest jam of the half and ties the highest jam of the game.
We have 157 plays 176. If my maths is correct, which I really hope they are, that is a 19-point game.
Here we go. We got some whistles blowing. Stoppage of play.
Another official review has been called.
Well, the only team with an official review left is the Philippines.
No, sorry, it's not an official review. There is
just a timeout. At least if the scoreboard can be trusted.
Yep, timeout.
So timeout to the Philippines. They have 1 left and their official review. Colombia has 2 timeouts left. Philippines did not, well, Philippines only stopped the clock once in the first half, and that was by using an official review.
Yeah. So timeout, Philippines probably getting a little bit tired. They are in the lead, but not by much. 5 minutes left. A lot can happen. A lot of penalties, a lot of points can happen in 5 minutes. We still have a very even board for penalties, 32 and 33. Pretty much even lead jams as well in this SR. So these teams are pretty much even Stevens in this for this half. Lead jams are absolutely even. Penalties pretty much even. Anything to play for. Yeah, we just have a little bit of box trouble for jammers, especially on Colombia's side.
Waiting for confirmation that a skater was ejected. And I understand that the Philippines have not, was fouled out. Sorry, my malapropism has fouled out. But we're still waiting confirmation on that.
We have a lead jam for Philippines, chased down by Kaliman, Kaliman has not jammed much today. 3rd jam. Kaliman not lead this time. He did get lead the other times that he jammed. Picking up points for Philippines, meanwhile, is Terrell.
Coaches exhorting their skaters to skate faster. Just skate faster, dude.
4 points picked up there by Kaliman.
Is that a 5th point? Well, they called it another scoring pass, so it's 2.
Kaliman nearly joined us then.
No, they are
to do a bit of announcing.
They are picking up that jammer point, but they are doing it as a separate scoring pass. So a 4 and a 1.
Yeah. 182 plays 166.
16-point game.
Just under 4 minutes left. Zet up to jam again for the Philippines. That is...
Is that Busuego?
Yeah, Busuego. And Busuego is lead. Zet just sweeping through. doing a little spinny spin on the front of the pack there. Oh, big hit there to the outside by Colombia's pivot.
Yes.
That is 9-7. That is Hache.
That is Spanish for the letter H.
We had a little jam ref knee fall there. Recovered very quickly.
We got a forearm and a multiplayer called simultaneously. The forearm is on number 494, and the multiplayer is on number 97, Ache.
Zet is let go, picks up 4 points.
Wow, nice job by Busuega. No, cut the track.
We have a power jam for Colombia, and did you see that move? We need to get a replay of that amazing agility there, right on the apex. That was absolutely beautiful. Zet.
Ooh.
The crowd are going absolutely wild here. Colombia just gets hit to the outside, showing his frustration. No pass, no penalty is issued, but is being recycled right to the back of the pack just to be careful. Offense going in.
Direction of play penalty called on the Colombia pivot.
Philippines jammer is back on track and is also scoring points, met by Zet's 5 points. Whew.
Wow.
Right, let's just wait and see what the final score of that jam is.
Nothing on the last set of whistles, so 14-4 on the jam makes the score 186-80.
Wow.
Wow, minute and change left to play. Here's our VMix replay.
We have a replay of that beautiful footwork from Zet. Absolutely amazing. Meanwhile, we are back on track as Zozzle is jamming for Colombia.
That's Terrell for the Philippines.
Yeah, recycle right back to turn 4. Zozzle at the front, just trying to find that little bit of space and room. Pushing against that 2-wall, using his footwork, trying to get past the hips.
Great blocking.
Which he does, and gets lead for Colombia.
Great blocking by the Philippines, stringing out those blockers, preventing that as long as they could.
So we have a track cut for the Philippines. Colombia are on a power jam.
They are only 1 point behind, and they're on a power jam, and there's 20 seconds left in the game. Oh my goodness.
Colombia really need to be super, super clean, super, super clever.
He could just stop right there.
Picking up 5 points, hitting that pack. Offense going in, the crowd are going
there you go, the jam is called.
Mad.
No penalty on the jammer, and it looks like in the last jam, Colombia has pulled back.
We have an official review.
Of course we do. Don't
Philippines
go anywhere.
are calling an official review. This game is not over. The unofficial score is up. We do have an official review that is being called by the Philippines. We will wait and see what plays out. Do not go anywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Need to breathe.
Yeah. After the game, remind you that we're going to take you to the official review, our official wrap-up of the day's events. You're going to be with Brahm, Tronchatoro, Snuggins, and King Crazy.
So just a little shout out to one of our sponsors. Sucker Punch Skate Store is the largest Derby-owned and operated store in Europe. Operation online and actually having a physical store. Heavily involved in the European roller derby community on a number of levels. We are best known for our reliable service, honest advice and competitive prices, as well as our top quality products and our huge product range. Also a big shout out to the ever busy Cheese Ball Bearings penalty box, which is our proud sponsor. And also the tracks are sponsored today. Track 1 is the Roller Derby City track. And here in the beautiful track 2 is the M14 track.
Fans are on their feet. They want to know what's going on. 15 points picked up by Columbia in that last jam. Makes the score 195 to 186.
We don't know if that score is going to stand because we need to find out what this official review. We have our alternate ref coming over to give us some information.
They were challenging the points, but the points will stand as tabulated, making the final score 195 to 186 for Columbia.
So we will just wait for that unofficial score to be official, so we know that that is definitely the result in this game. But it does look like that just where we clarify the scores with the officials and the NSOs, and that score will be updated. Whew, what a second half.
Oh
so the final score, we have the final score clarified. Philippines 186, Colombia 195. Penalties, Philippines were on 36 penalties, Colombia on 35 penalties. These two teams could not be any evener. Yeah, this was an absolutely incredible game.
Right down to star passes and everything. One's got 8, one's got 9. So a lot of good stuff going on here.
Yeah, that's probably not the closest game we've had, but I could say the most balanced and the most exciting game I've been involved in the last 2 days. That was absolutely incredible to be a part of.
Yeah, you can't complain about a come-from-behind win in the last jam.
So thank you so much to the lovely Holly for providing us with amazing information, stats, facts, and everything we needed. I have been Suicider.
I'm still Bobby Narco.
We will be back for some more amazing action tomorrow. Please do not go anywhere because we will be going straight to the official reviews.
And that's Brom, Tronchatoro, Snuggins, and King Crazy.